Today we're going to do our box cake mix again. I know you all thinking that she's just the box cake queen, but y'all, it is quick and easy for me to do when I get home from work. It's easy to get out a box cake mix and just bake a cake. So I've got to do a birthday cake for tomorrow. So we're going to do chocolate. We're going to use 2 box cake mixes. We're going to do chocolate. We're going to dump that right into our mixer. We're going to do a 2-layer cake, and if memory serves me well, this is way too much batter because it overflowed in my cake pans the last time, but we really need the full amount to make it work. We'll just cut the tops off and have a little snack cake with no frosting on it, but we're going to do 2 cake mixes. So the recipe on the back of the cake box, we're just doubling it. So we got 2 cups of water. So we got a cup of oil we got to put in. And we're going to put 6 eggs. I'm going to break them eggs up. But what we're going to do today to make this cake special is we are making a homemade chocolate glaze to go over our homemade buttercream frosting. I'm going to drizzle it over the sides and probably over the top. And then we are going to use that same glaze. I'm going to try, see how it works out. And we're going to dip some strawberries and put on the top of our cake. I think that would make a pretty birthday cake. So we're going to get these eggs in here, get this to mixing. Not going to take long, y'all. Probably a good time for you to heat up your oven. 350 degrees. I'm going to put these in 2 single round pans. Let that cook. We'll get it out. We'll cool it. And in the meantime, we'll be making our buttercream frosting. So we're going to get this to mixing. All right, y'all, we're going to give our sides clean them off. We want to make sure we get it all incorporated. Don't want to have any dry powder on the bottom, so we're going to let that mix for just another 10-15 seconds. All right, y'all. I think we got it. All right, I took the time to grease my pans. I'm going to go ahead and get them floured. Just a little bit of flour in each one of those and shake that around. And make sure you get the sides coated good because we want those cakes to just pop right out of there. All right. I think we got it dusted good. Now, I'm going to give that one stir to make sure that everything on the bottom of the pan is incorporated good. Okay. Give myself some room here. All right, we're just going to try to divide this up pretty even. This is going to be, I think, a pretty cake by the time we get it all frosted. And then we make our homemade chocolate drizzle. I'm calling it a drizzle, but it's a glaze. And then dip our strawberries. I think it's going to be beautiful. And I'm sure she will appreciate it. It's for someone special, so we want to make it look pretty. So I think we have got it pretty even. Like I said, I'm sure that I have these overfilled and I'll have to cut the tops off of them, but that's okay. So we have our oven going right now, 350 degrees. We're going to put this in the oven. We're going to check in about 25 minutes. So we'll be back when we get them done. All right, you guys, we're going to make that homemade buttercream frosting while our cakes are in baking. And this is just the Wilton recipe. I always make the same thing. I might use box cake mix, but I am definitely going to make my own homemade frosting. So I'm going to double this recipe. So it's a cup of Crisco. I always use Crisco. I've used the other shortenings and they just don't taste as well. So we're always going to use our Crisco. Now I got 2 sticks of butter, which that equals 1 cup. So you've got a cup of Crisco. You guys, we're always going to give you some laughs here. I should just do a compilation of all of my bloopers and just let you guys have one good laugh, but we're going to sprinkle them throughout our videos because this is real life right here. So what I'm going to do is put this to creaming together while I'm going to sift the flour. We're probably not going to make you all watch all this, but we're going to get this butter and this Crisco to going right now. Okay, you guys, that's why we sift this, because the little lumps and bumps that's in it, we want to get all of that out. We don't want that clogging up our tip. So we're ready to start. Let me get this over out of my way here. We're ready to start loading in our powdered sugar into our creamed ingredients there. Don't start it, like I've told you before, don't start it real fast or you're going to have a big old plume of powder. But we're going to get that started. We're going to get it mixed up. And then we'll be ready for whenever our cakes are cooled, we can get them frosted. Okay, you guys, we got it all beat up, got it all incorporated. We've got it ready to go, so whenever our cakes have come out of the oven and cool, oh, and I think we're maybe there, we're going to let them cool, and then we'll get this cake frosted, and then we'll start making our chocolate glaze. Now we are just doing a lot of baking. I'm enjoying my canning kitchen, or I don't know. We're trying to think of a name for it, what we're going to call it. I don't know what it's going to be, but for now, we're just enjoying being able to cook out here. And we've had get-togethers, we've had family over. We have just been enjoying being here in our canning kitchen and being able to bake you guys some fun stuff. So we're going to go and do that chocolate. So we're going to head on over to the stove. Okay, you guys, we're going to make that chocolate glaze. And what the chocolate glaze is 6 tablespoons of butter. I'm using salted butter because it's what I have. And 6 tablespoons of our cocoa powder. And it's going to be a teaspoon of vanilla and a cup of powdered sugar. Actually, a cup and a tablespoon. So that's how we're going to make our glaze. So we're going to got our butter in there melting. Let's just give that a little whisk. It says we need to cook it about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start measuring out my cocoa. I need 6 tablespoons. Number 3. All right, so that gets a 6 in there. And we're just going to whisk that around, and we're going to let that cook. I'm going to turn my fire down some. We're going to let that cook till that's good and smooth, about 5 minutes. And then we're going to add in our vanilla and our powdered sugar. I'm going to cut that down to low. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drizzle this on the top of our cake. And we're going to see, we're going to try to dip them strawberries in there. We're going to make this cake beautiful. It's going to take me just a little bit to get this going, so we'll catch you back at the cake as we drizzle it on. All right, you guys. One of the ingredients I forgot was 2 tablespoons of hot water. We need to add that to our boiling mixture there. And you guys, if you're liking this video, we'd ask you to hit that like button and ask you to subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate it. Help you guys, help us to grow our channel here. So hit that notification bell. All right, you guys, we got that. Went ahead and put our powdered sugar in, and we're just going to keep stirring. I can tell it's getting silkier and silkier. And you know, I think that probably we're going to thin this down with a little bit of milk. just because I want to put it in a squeeze bottle, and I want to be able to squeeze it and make drizzles down the sides of my cake. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut the heat on this, and I'm going to add maybe, just maybe a teaspoon of milk, and then we're going to try to get it funneled into our squeeze bottle. We'll see how this works. I don't know that it's going to, but that's what we're going to try. But we're going to add a little bit of milk, and we're going to get it on our cake. And like I said, I'm just adding just a touch. Actually, I'm going to stop right there till I give it a spin. That is exactly what I needed right there, is just about 1 teaspoon, maybe not even quite a teaspoon of milk, and that thinned it down. Okay, you guys. We're going to get it in our squeeze bottle, and we'll meet you over at the cake in a second. I'm not doing all these. I'm just doing about 3 to put on the top, right in the center. Man, that's hot. What do you think? Looking good? Now we'll take out our strawberries and we'll put on there. And find a good side for that. Okay, you guys, we're about to the end of our decorating here. We may have to add a few more strawberries, but all right, maybe we'll garnish it with a few more strawberries around the sides. Make it look pretty. All right, I think we're about there, you guys. We're not going to take the stems off. We're just going to leave them and they can pick them up and eat them. All right, you guys. I hope she likes her birthday cake. We did her a double layer chocolate cake, homemade buttercream frosting, homemade chocolate glaze, and strawberries dipped in the same chocolate glaze. I think she'll like it. You guys, I hope you have enjoyed our video tonight. We thank you for stopping by the 412 Homestead. I'm Susie and we appreciate every one of you. God's best blessings to you all. Until we talk to you again, have a good night.